Go now or finish second.
When we cross the start-finish line, it's a race. And oh, by the way, it's not over. It's just now on.
Daryl, keep an eye on Dale.
Oh, car in the wall, hard. Turn one. And it's one of the BK cars. It's the 93 of Travis Quapple. No caution. NASCAR, if the track is clear, they will let them finish. We are still green. And here come the leaders.
Yeah, Mark Martin is really pushing Dale Earnhardt Jr. in that 88.
Junior to the inside of Greg Biffle. The green flag still flies. Martin's number 55. Keselowski in the 2. Biffle backing up. Patrick behind him. For the second time, the Daytona 500 goes to Jimmy Johnson, 5-time champion from Oklahoma, California, and his Rick Hendricks Chevrolet.
He can thank Dale Jr. for that. Second year, Dale Jr. has come on late and finished second.
Danica Patrick, the pole sitter, becomes the highest finishing woman in the Daytona 500, 8th.
They were coming at her from every side. I mean, front, backs, left, right.
That group is a happy group, and he's a happy man. Not only because they won this race, since he won it in 2006, his average finish in the 500 outside the top 30.
And the reason we called it Mr. Lovely.
God, man, that's awesome.
Wins this year count more than ever. You win it, you might be in the chase. It might be the win you need, and it's a chance to get one right here.
Kelly Earnhardt Miller, Dale Jr.'s sister, looking on, and here we go. Green flag, 2 laps.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. gets to that restart box, and he is gone.
Yeah, that car is, I mean, it takes off. Now, he definitely doesn't want to get too far out. We know that's not good, and he is making a pretty good gap here.
Here comes the 2. Brad Keselowski on the outside. Got a little bit of help from behind. Gaining on the leader. Junior comes up to cover. Jeff Gordon now leading the inside row. Unless Keselowski or Busch or Denny Hamlin in the 11 drops down, it's Hamlin.
What a move by Hamlin.
Woohoo! Now, if we get back to the white flag, we have a race. Look at Stenhouse in that 17 in the middle, back and forth. And
boy, he just shoved Kyle Busch right out of the way. Ricky Stenhouse in the 17 to 3rd place.
White flag with Stenhouse up in position to challenge in that blue Ford.
You know what, Larry? I believe that tape's going to stay on there, and that baby's going to come home a winner.
Denny Hamlin has not lost a race this week. He's number 11. Keselowski, the 2012 champ, battling back to the top. And Dale Earnhardt Jr., the Pied Piper of Daytona, trying to hold them all at bay.
And Kyle Busch was trying to make a 3rd line at the top of the racetrack.
Boy, here they come. Now, this is where it gets interesting. We've seen a lot of passes off turn 4 to the start-finish line, but that 88 is pulling away.
Less than a mile to go.
Oh, we got a wreck.
3rd generation star, Dale Earnhardt Jr. brings him to the flag. Checkered flag waving. It's over. It's Earnhardt.
Good job, Junebug. Woo!
Pace cars in to settle the Daytona 500. Joey Logano brings them to the line. Denny Hamlin to his inside. It's on.
Kevin Harvick in that 4 was really pushing Clint Boyer in that 15.
Well, buddy, I tell you what, that was a pretty good restart for that 22 car. He can go where he wants to now. I think he'll stay with Boyer, though. I don't know what it is, but I think he and Boyer got a little something going.
Hold your breath for the next 30 seconds as 4 cars try to break away from the field.
That 22, it reminds me of Matt Kenseth in the Unlimited the other night. That 22 is out front. He's hard to catch. Logano has got some speed right now and seems like being out front and pulling these others and not affecting him at all. Here comes Harvick around the outside of Clint Boyer.
And look who's with him.
And here
Dale
comes
Earnhardt
Dale
Jr.
But look at the run that Harvick had off turn 4 in that 4 car. White flag this time.
A lot of jostling back in the pack. The leader's going to make it under the white, under green. Logano, Harvick, Earnhardt, Boyer, last lap.
Guess what? The race is getting ready to start off turn 2. It's all on from there on.
Car smoking back of the field, drops back out of play. 3 wide. big cluster coming off turn number 4. Smoke, trouble, way in the back, but here come the leaders.
The question is, are they going to throw the yellow, or are they going to let them race back?
7, 8 car pile up in the back straightaway. Caution is out.
Joey Logano.
Keep coming. Just stay on the gas. Back straightaway. Stay on the gas. Coming to easy here. They say roll out of the throttle.
It's over, boys. It's over.
Middletown, Connecticut's Joey Logano wins the Daytona 500.
Daytona 500, guys! Hell yeah! Wow! Man, you are the man.
9th Sprint Cup Series win for Logano in his 220th start.
Wow! What a deal, guys! Woo!
His previous best finish, 9th. Car owner Roger Penske is going to have to scramble down to victory lane to help celebrate. And the Fords may not have been fast all week, but they were fast when it counted. Joey Logano. Sunoco fueling victories. Has fueled the winner of the Daytona 500 and all 43 drivers in this Sprint Cup Series field. It is the 2nd Daytona 500 win for car owner Roger Penske to go along with his 15 Indianapolis 500 trophies. A car that is damaged. Will someone have to come up to the outside to be of any help to Hamlin?
Yeah, Carl's just hanging on.
Right.
He's got a car. He's just hanging. He's happy to be right where he is. The other guys I'm not so sure about. We're going to find out here pretty quick.
Yeah, we're getting ready to find out right here. They get to this white flag. You watch. If they're going to make a move, it's going to happen just after this white flag.
I think it'll happen off turn 4.
Here goes Hamlin up high. Here comes the 20 of Matt Kenseth.
Can't do it.
No, he just doesn't have enough of a push. He's going to have to back up to that car behind him and get that push, but he's trying.
He wants that 4 car to help him. Here he goes.
Next flag ends the race.
I just don't think he can do it from the outside.
He might be able to get up to 3rd, maybe 2nd. I just don't know if he's going to get all the way up to the lead, but here he comes.
Got to run down the back. It's going to be a drag race off turn 4, but I just don't see him being able to pull it off.
He's getting a big push. He's getting a big push.
He's coming. He's up to 2nd.
Hamlin a 2nd. Up
Watch
high.
the inside. Watch the inside. Mark Truex Jr. 3 wide.
Truex to the bottom. No, red.
Kenseth saves it. Here they come to the line. This is the finish of the Daytona 500. Side by side, bouncing off each other.
Unbelievable. I think it was Denny Hamlin.
I have it as Hamlin.
By an inch.
What
Denny
a finish.
Hamlin. Oh my goodness.
Wow. I'm telling you.
I've got chills up my spine. That was amazing.
Are you kidding me?
I knew it. That's where it would have to happen off turn 4, but I didn't know how it was going to happen.
Holy cow, baby! You have a band, Lambert. Love you, buddy. Love you.
The closest 500
Ever. Have you ever?
No, I've never. But I'm glad I was here to see it today.
Let's have a look, folks, at this near photo finish. The first Daytona 500 was decided in a photo finish.
Look at that.
Wow.
Inches. About 4 inches separated Denny Hamlin from Martin Truex.
They didn't. He was able to slide right back up into the position, never lose any momentum.
I think that surprised Kurt Busch. I don't think he expected that.
I think that surprised Kyle Larson. I think he was surprised nobody went with him.
Late charge from the back. Joey Logano to the inside. He's going to get a little help maybe from Ryan Blaney.
Now you've
Catches
got
a little side draft there.
In that 42, you've got an aggressive young man that might just be willing to push that 78. He's got to run. He's
out
going.
of fuel. Out of fuel.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
You're kidding me.
Great opportunity for Mark Truex Jr. right here.
Yeah, just flipped it. Just get back behind.
Now the question is, can a 78 hold these guys off? Can he do it?
2 laps to go.
So it sounds like maybe it just stumbled a little bit. He was able to flip that switch for that reserve. Now it's back running again, but just lost all the momentum.
I think this changed everything. No, I think it changed everything.
Larson. Kyle Larson to the bottom for the lead.
He's going to clear him. Here comes the 41 now with the big run.
Oh, the race is on now, boys. It's anybody's race now.
Wow. Again, I don't like this high line. I just think it gives too many opportunities to get a run and make moves on the inside.
Well, there's a guy right there running second right now that's finished third in this thing 3 times.
The white flag waves. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Yeah, when I think of experience and knowledge here at Daytona, I think of Kurt Busch. He's been so close so many times.
Pushed his teammate to victory here one time. Is anybody going to push him today?
Look at the 21 coming on the inside to give him a big push. Where'd he come from?
Ryan Blaney from the back with Logano. Blaney
42's out of gas. 42's out of gas.
Who else is going to run out fuel?
21 is, I'm not so sure. Well, I think he's okay. He's still going.
Now, if the 47 can get up behind the 21, give him a push, he might get there, but I don't know. I think this might be Kurt Busch's day.
Looks like he's going to come home a winner.
Kurt Busch has been the bridesmaid in the Daytona 500. Here they come off turn 4 for the final time. From Las Vegas, the 2004 champion of the series, Kurt Busch, for Gene Haas and Tony Stewart, wins the Daytona 500.
Wow. Wow. First time he's won the 500. What about that?
He pushed his then Penske teammate Ryan Newman to victory, and that's the old man, Tony Gibson.
Justin, are you there?
He's too old to get that excited.
Tony Gibson grew up down the street from Daytona International Speedway and now goes to victory lane.
I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Tony Gibson been in this sport a long, long time. And he's been the best crew chief for Kurt Busch that Kurt could have. Boy, Almirola's right there with Denny Hamlin on this restart. That's huge.
Toyota and Ford up front. Chevys in row 2, Buescher and Dillon.
Boy, look at Almirola get right down on that door. I mean, tell you that 10 car
showing his strength, isn't he?
pretty strong. We don't know how good some of these guys are because we haven't seen them up front all day. And here we got a shot.
Now Paul Menard just tried to make a move on Buescher. That's going to hurt Denny Hamlin. He's got no pusher.
And Eric Almirola, who had a bad crash Kansas last year, missed 6 races. That's when Bubba Wallace got his chance to drive the 43. Almirola moved on at the end of the season to Stewart Haas Racing, and he is a lap away from the checkered flag in the Daytona 500.
Well, he did what his crew chief told him. You got the lead. Hang on to it.
Yeah, he's just got to keep those two side by side behind him. Keep working those lanes. I like the inside lane in the corner, the outside lane on the straightaways. It's going to be a big push coming on the top lane.
Both of them. Moving to the same both lanes.
Boy, this
He
is going
needs
to
to
take.
move to the top lane.
Going to have to be quick. Going to have to be quick.
Almirola up to cover. Dillon, where will
Dillon's
he go?
going to get there.
Oh, into Almirola. Around he goes.
Good.
Hang on to it, bud. Hang on to it.
And here it comes with the number 3 20 years ago. 20 years of trying for Earnhardt. He won the Daytona 500. Austin Dillon wins the 60th running of the Great American Race. Turning the number 3 to victory lane. And he just did a slide to replicate what Dale did when he won it in the 3 20 years ago. How fitting. How special.
Well, you're going to see a lot of emotion out of this young man for this win. That's huge for this family, for RCR.
Such an anniversary.
Austin Dillon has just won the first race of the 2018 Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series.
I did what I had to do at the end. I hate it for the 10 guys. We just had a run, and I stayed in the gas. It's what it is here at Daytona. But it is so awesome to take the 3 car back to victory lane 20 years ago. This one's for Dale Earnhardt Sr. and all those senior fans. I love you guys. We're going to keep kicking butt the rest of the year.
He had a lucky penny in the car. Anything special in this 3?
I had a fan. Actually, he had no favorite driver, and I told him, I said, I'll give you my hat if I'm your favorite driver. Well, I gave him the hat. The next day, he saw me in the infield and said, here's a lucky penny I found heads up. And I said, man, we got to put that in the car. Put it in the car, and we're here in victory lane.
What were you thinking on the last restart, building toward the finish?
I knew we were in a good spot, and the 43, I got to thank him, Darrell Wallace. He did a great job. Finishing 1-2 with ECR engines. What a day. Thanks, Darrell, for that push, and had to make it happen at the end.
You could hear the emotion in your grandfather's voice congratulating you. You know how much this race in this place means to him, and this gift tonight for him.
I said that my first win was, I couldn't beat it, and this does. I mean, my grandfather has done everything for me, and everybody knows it. You know, there's a lot of pressure on me to perform because I've had a little bit of everything, but I like that pressure. And the same with the number 3. There's a lot of pressure behind it, but I'm willing to take it and go with it. And just thankful for everyone that supported us along the way. Dale Earnhardt Jr. and his family for letting us bring this number back out. And man, it comes full circle, and just can't thank the Lord enough for this opportunity. Whitney, before the race started, she talked to me. We were praying. She said, this one isn't going to be pretty. I don't feel like you're going to lead much of it, but we're going to win it when it matters, last lap. I was like, sure, I'll take it any way we can get it. And she called me before the race, so I got to thank my wife for the shout-out right there.
Tell me about that move.
Well, Bubba gave me a heck of a push down the backstretch, and I went low, 43 went up, and I just had more momentum when he was trying to block me, and it turned him. So hate that for him, but it's the Daytona 500. He's going to do the same thing to me in that position. So, man, we just won the Harley J. Earl.
This race is life-changing. It's career-defining. Congratulations.
Thanks, Michael. It's a heck of a race, and I got to thank everybody at Daytona at the Speedway. They put on a great show, and it's awesome. Thank you, Johnny Morris. Thanks for all